Good evening, sir.
Okay, so you are welcome to PSAV class, online class for networks. So my name is Mr. Tunde Idris. So I'm one of the PSAV lecturer. We are two in number. So in the last 2 weeks, my colleague have been is the one taking the lecture. So I'm unavailable due to some office assignments. So for this today, I'm going to be the one that will take the lecture. This will be my first class for public sector accounting online for these diets. So you are welcome to Networks. So the Professional Academy of Success. So for public sector accounting, I want to assure you that you are in the safer side because two of us taking it, we know the in and out of public sector accounting. We have the practical experience. We are working in government sectors. We are still working in government sectors. Why me? I work with government. I've consulted for government for a while. So presently, I'm doing my own practice. I have my own firm. So that is the thing. So the topic of discussion today will be on local government accounting. The topic of discussion today is going to be based on local government accounting. So, but before that, I would like to list out the area of course outline that I'm going to take for the rest of the diet. It's better I list out the course outline I'm going to take for the rest of the diet so that you can have the idea on how we are. And secondly, how we are going to cover. So we can look at that. So the first area I'm going to discuss is going to be on this local government accounting. That is my first course outline. After that, I will now move to public sector, public debt and debt management. So I will move to public debt and debt management. The second topic I'm going to discuss will be public debt and debt management. This public debt and debt management is very important for public sector accounting. If we look at the past question, there's no doubt a question of public debt and debt management don't normally come out. So my first topic, like I said, is local government accounting, while my second topic is public debt and debt management. So after that, I will go to budgets and budgetary control system. That will be my third topic, budget and budgetary control system. Budget and budgetary control system is going to be my third topic I'm going to discuss. Why my fourth topic is going to be on pension and gratuity. My fourth topic, fourth, is going to be on pension and gratuity. After pension and gratuity, I will move to the next topic. The next topic I'm going to discuss is called public accountability and transparency. Public accountability and transparency. So that is the next topic I'm going to discuss. So it will be next topic I'm going to discuss. Public accountability and transparency. So from public accountability and transparency, I will now proceed to a topic called sixth topic I'm going to discuss. Sixth topic I'm going to do public financial management. After the public financial management, I will then proceed further to discuss a topic called fiscal federal federalism, a topic called fiscal federalism. So that topic too is very important to our syllabus, and public financial management too is very important, because under the public financial management, they will be talking about TSA, IPPIS, integrated personnel payroll information system. So all those ones, they are very important to our syllabus. After that, I will move to a topic called cost-benefit analysis. Cost-benefit analysis. From cost-benefit analysis, I will now move further to discuss introduction to IPSAS. Introduction to IPSAS. So, but I am just summarizing the topic. I will send it to the group chat for you to look at the topic I'm going to discuss. So I will be following it up. So let's go to the work of today, which is called local government accounting. Today is local government accounting. What do we understand by local government? What is local government? We start from there. What do we understand by local government? As we can know, as we can see, local government is the last tier of government. It's one of the tiers of government. We have 3 tiers of government. We have a federal government, we have state government, and we have local government. Local government is the 3rd tiers of government. Is the 3rd tiers of government, and is the last tier. So that was created at the grassroots. The purpose of creating local government is to ensure that the people in the local area, the rural area, the community, they enjoy the dividend of democracy. That is the purpose of creating local government, is to ensure that those in the rural area, they enjoy the dividend of democracy. So is to ensure that the gap between the state government and the people is minimized, because local government is created in 1976. Local government was created in what? 1976. The main objective of creating local government is to ensure that people in the grassroots, they receive the dividend of democracy. They benefit from dividend of government. They receive benefits. They enjoy infrastructures. So there are some infrastructural development. There are some public infrastructure that state government cannot provide. It's only local government that can provide that. So that is the reason why local government is created. So that is that. So that's his introduction of local government. That is introduction of local government. Now, let's look at reason for creation of local government. What are the reasons for creating local government? Why do we create local government? Why do we create local government? What are the reasons that we now create local government? Number one reason for creating local government are local government are created with ultimate goal of bringing government closer to the people at the grassroots. That word, closer or nearest, is very important. That word, closer or nearest, is very what? Is very important. One of the reasons for creating local government is to ensure that the ultimate is to bring government closer to the people, because local government is the most closest government to the people. What we can say from that is that most of the local government, they are located in the community. We can easily contact them. If there's anything, we can contact them. If there's any idea, if we have any issue, we can meet them. If any community is experiencing a crisis, the first contact government is the local government, because federal government and state government, they are located far from where the community is located, where the community resides. So the community, they are very they will be very close to local government. So that is the number one reason for creating local government. Local government is created with the ultimate goal of bringing government closer to the people. Why number two? Number two reason for creating local government is local government reform aims both to accelerate development and enable local participation, local population participates and hold those power in accountable for their government role. What this one means is that one of the reasons for creating local government, you can summarize this, is to ensure rapid development. Is to ensure, this number two is talking about rapid development. Rapid development. To ensure rapid development. To ensure rapid development in the community. By creating local government, there will be rapid development. Even apart from local government, you can see some states, they will create another one called LCDA, Local Community Development Area. So some states, Lagos State is the first state that created that. So the purpose of that is to ensure that there is rapid development in most of the area. So when we have local government, there are some infrastructure like construction of some rural road, provision of borehole, public water, provision of primary health center. All this will be provided by local government. So this number two, the summary of this number two purpose, reason for creating local government, is to ensure rapid development of the community, to ensure rapid development of the community. So that is number two reason for creating local government. Number three, leadership training. Leadership training. Local government serve as a training ground to a local politician towards national leadership role. This is more understandable when one considers to be macrocosm of the states. The councillor, for instance, learn effective representation by representing their respective wards. Let me summarize this number three. I can say this number three means to serve as a training ground for future political leaders. This number three reason for creating local government is to serve as a training ground for future political leader. How can that be possible? Some people, they have interest in politics. If they want to go into politics, they want to go into elective position. So there will be advice, start from the grassroots, contest for local, for councillor first. From councillor, if you spend some number of years, you contest for local government chairman. From local government chairman, you move to House of Rep. From House of Rep, you move to Federal House of Rep. From there, you can become a governor. So by moving from one elective post to another, you are giving yourself as a training. So you are training yourself. You are training yourself. So it will not be nice for somebody that will just say, I want to become a senator without having a political experience, without having a background experience. So local government can serve as an avenue where a future political leader can train on how they run governors, how governance in Nigeria is being run, how legislation is being made. You understand? How legislation is being carried out. They can train. So this number two is I can summarize it by saying to serve as a training ground for future political leader. So that is number three reason for creating local government. So number four Number 4 reason for creation of local government, addressing the issue of domination and marginalization. Addressing the issue of domination and marginalization is number 4 reason for creating local government. Addressing the issue of domination and marginalization. Local government gave some senses of autonomy to a group of people who might have been feeling dominated or marginalized in the scheme of national issues. What this one means is that local government will address the issue of marginalization, that some tribe cannot hold. It's not every tribe that will become a governor in the state. It's not every tribe that will become a president. It's not every tribe that will become a senator. Do you understand? So this one is saying that by creating local government, it will give room for most of the tribe, for them to hold some political position, like some villages now. So some of the villages, the people that will become the local government chairman in that village, we come from the village. It means there's a sense of belonging. Them too, they represent, they participate in the national issues. Do you understand? Do you understand? So, because if this is not created, it will be hard that everybody in a state, that every tribe that is residing in the state, become a governor. It won't be possible for every tribe to become a governor in the state. Do you understand? So, for them to address the issue of marginalization, that my people, my tribe, does not hold elected position, they now create a local government. Local government, by creating a local government, it will give avenue for most of the small tribe, the minor tribe, to hold some elective position. So because local government, we marginalize, we amalgamate all the tribes together. Because when there is a local government, there will be an officer, an elected officer called local government councillor. This local government councillor is going to come from different wards. What that one means is that each of the ward, their tribe or they are indigenous, their community on their own. Each of the ward are community on their own. So by virtue of that, they will have a representative that represent them in the government. So that is that. Another reason for creating local government is creating job opportunity. Creating what? Job opportunity. Local government will create job opportunity. Many people that are unemployed in the rural area, in the local area, they will be employed. They will get employed. So through creation of local government, they will be employed. So they will have 1 or 2 jobs they are doing. So by virtue of that, local governments create more job, create job to the people. So one of the reasons for creating local government is to ensure that most of the people in the rural area, in some community, they are employed. So local government will employ some staff that will help them to run their operation. So, and the staff that will help them to run their operation, we have to come within that community, within that local government. So by virtue of that, it has increased employment opportunity. It has increased employment opportunity. Take for instance, in each of the in the local government, they may have a staff strength of like 700 or 500. That one has created job. Why some local government, apart from having a full-time staff, they will have an indirect staff, part-time staff that will be helping them to generate, to collect revenue, issuing tickets to the market, enforcement of traffic rule, and blah, blah, blah. So most of these people too, they have been created job. Do you understand? So that is that. Another reason for creation of local government is to ensure establishing a people can communicate easy to government through creation of local government. It will enhance easy communication between the citizen and the government, because local government, people can have access to it. Because take for instance, some states, some village, they are very far to where the state secretariats located. So if they have any issue, for them to go to the secretariat, it will take them some number of hours, distress. But they can communicate their issue through the local government, and the local government will pass that to the state. So establishment of channel of communication is one of the main reasons for creating local government. It's one of the main reasons for creating local government. Another reason for creation of local government is promoting participation in politics. So it will promote participation of politics. More people will be participated in politics. There will be more elective position. Like in a local government now, they will have like 15 councillors, local government chairman, vice chairman. So it's one or two people that will occupy those positions. So it will create avenue for people to have more, to occupy more elective positions. So that is one of the reasons for creation of local government. Are you with me, class? Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you very much. Yeah. In case you have any question, you can ask. Now, let's move to 1.3. 1.3 is saying function of local government in Nigeria. Function of local government in Nigeria. What are the functions of local government in Nigeria? According to Section 4 of 1999 Constitution, according to Section 4 of 1999 Constitution, the following are the functions of local government in Nigeria. According to Section 4 of 1999 Constitution, the following are the functions of local government in Nigeria. Number one function, the consideration of economic planning and make recommendation to State Commission on development of local area. This is key. They plan, they will participate. Local government will participate in economic planning. They also make recommendation to states that, state governor, in this our local government, please come and help us construct this major road. Most of the people, when they are going on this road, they have a lot of accident on this road. Come and help us construct it. This road is not good. Sir, local government can communicate with the state that please, state governor, please come and help us construct bridge on some of our roads. Because some of our roads, they are located within the express, and most of our indigene, when they normally cross express, they normally have some issues. So please help us construct bridge. So economy planning, make recommendation to the state on development of local areas, local government areas. Another function of local government, establishment and maintenance of cemeteries, burial grounds, and home for destitute. In every area, they must have a cemetery where we bury the dead people. Every public cemetery in a local area is being owned and controlled by local government. States don't establish a cemetery. It's local government that have the power to establish a cemetery. It's local government that have the power. Apart from cemeteries, there will also be what? Burial grounds. Apart from that, home for destitute. some people that have mental issue, that they are not okay mentally. So, and some people that are just roaming about. Do you understand? So some people that don't have where to stay, local government will create a place that they will put those people so that they will not constitute nuisance to the community, or there will not be a threat to the community, security threat to the community. So most of the mad people, most of the beggars, local government have to create a place that they will call home for destitute, that they will put them so that they will be taking care of them. They don't need to be roaming about. So that was the one of the function according to 1999. This function is stated in the 1999 Constitution. It's stated in the 1999 Constitution. So establishment and maintenance of cemetery, comma, burial grounds, and home for destitute. Another functions of local government: licensing of motor, licensing of bicycle, comma, truck, and motor cars. Most of the commercial bus that operate, before they can operate, they have to collect a license from the local government. Bicycle, motorcycle, before a motorcycle can operate, they have to collect a riding permit from local government. So they will license them because they are the ones that know these people very well. It's not the states. They will know these people very well. They will collect their data so that they know where these people are staying, so that they know. This will reduce the issue of insecurities. So they will have the database of those who are riding motorcycle in a local government, those who are riding commercial buses, so that they can regulate them. So that is one of the function of local government. Another function of local government: establishment and maintenance of markets, car park, and public convenience. Local government, any public market, roadside trading, they will be the one to establish it and maintain it. Maintain it in the sense that they will be collecting tickets, giving them a market ticket every day. You understand? Regulate them, telling them when to open, when to close. You understand? Control the environment, ensure that the refuse disposal is being disposed well. Again, car park. Local government has to create a place that people can park in every area, especially a place like Lagos Island now that is very rowdy. Local government have to create a place for them, for people trading, people that is coming to trade or that is coming to come and buy good in that place. That please come and park here. Don't just park indiscriminately in the road, on the road. Do you understand? Don't just park indiscriminately on the road. This is where you can park, and they will pay car park fee. Public convenience. Public convenience means public toilet. Local government have to create a public toilet in most of the area, especially the bus stop, so that people that want to urinate or they want to do the other one, they will not litter the public, litter the street with a lot of you understand. So local government have to create a public toilet so that people can make use of it, especially people that are coming from far area, that they have not reached their destination. Do you understand? So that people will not litter the communities. So local government will create a public toilet. So it is the function of local government to create a public toilet to most of the bus stop, most of the area, so that people can make use of it. But they will not make use of it by free. They will pay for it so that people who are maintaining it will maintain it very well. Another function of local government: construction and maintenance of roads, streets, drain, park, and other public service, other public facility prescribed by state legislature. So local government too must construct a road. So there are some roads. It is the function of local government to construct it, to tie the road, to construct the road, to construct gutter. It is the function of local government. Most of the local road, the streets that we have, the closed area, street, it is the function of local government to tie the road, construct road for them, do a good drainage system so that water can flow easily. So these are another function of local government. Another function of local government, naming of roads. Naming of roads, I can put comma there, streets, and numbering of houses. Naming of roads, comma, streets, and numbering of houses. What this one mean? Local government, they are the one that will name every road. This is Lekki Expressway. This is Adebowale Street. This is Aina Street. This is Ifenagbon Street. It is the function of local government to give a license that this street, this is the name it bear. People that want their name to bear a street, they have to go to local government to register and be paying local government annual due for them bearing, for their name bearing that street. Number of houses, number 1, Ifenagbon. Number 13, number 17, Adebowale Street. Number 14, Ijaola Street. The number, they are the one that will number every house. This is the number of this house. This is the number of this house. So that there won't be issues. It is not state that will come and do that. State don't have time for that. It is local government that will come and do that. Another function of local government. Another function of local government. Provision and maintenance of public convenience and refuse disposal points. Provision and maintenance of public convenience and what? Refuse disposal points. It is local government that will provide the public toilet, like I said. Also, refuse disposal points where you dispose your refuse. A place that people will be disposing their refuse, their dirties. It is local government that will create that place so that people will not litter the environment, littering the environment anyhow. People will just put refuse anyhow. Local government have to provide a designated point that people can be putting their refuse. So that is another function. Another function of a local government, registration of deaths, births, and marriage certificates. Every human being will come across these 3 concepts. Every human being in life will come across what? These 3 concepts. The first concept is births. Second one, after you have been given birth, you went to school, you started working. After some time, let me do what? Let me get married. When you get married, you have your own children. After certain number of years, 50 years, 40 years, the call of nation will happen, which is what? Death. So, major function is registration of death, birth, and marriage certificate. What this one means is that if any children was given birth, for them to collect a birth certificate, it is the local government that will issue the birth certificate, that have the right to issue birth certificate, not state, not federal. It is the local government. If marriage certificate going to registry too, certificate, it is the local government that have the right to issue you a marriage certificate that have the right to operate a registry. It is not state or federal. If anybody peradventure the call of nature happen, for them to collect the death certificate that it has been certified that this person has died, it is the local government, because the local government is the one that will know that man. It's the local government. So starting from marriage certificate, let me explain more on that. Since before the creation of local government in 1976, it is the federal government that normally use marriage certificate, that normally operate registry. But after creation of local government, it has now become, the constitution now stating clearly that this issue of marriage certificate, it is your function, local government. You are the one that will operate the registry. But what we have now, there is a legal issue, there is a legal dispute between local government, Association of Local Government, which comprises of 776 local governments in Nigeria. They took federal government to court that they are the one that's supposed to be operating anything that has to do with marriage registry, because this is what is stated in the constitution as one of their functions. Do you understand? That they observe that even after their creation, there are still some marriage registry center that is being still operated by federal government. Example of such a marriage registry that is still being operated by federal government is what? Ikoyi registry. I think we all know that. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So Ikoyi registry. Ikoyi registry is owned by federal government. Ideally, the case is still in Supreme Court. Supreme Court have not made the judgment. The case has been in Supreme Court for more than 17 years, but they don't want to make the judgment. Because if they make the judgment, what will be the hope of those who have collected their marriage certificate in the Ikoyi registry? Is it valid? Is it valid? Indirectly, if Supreme Court make judgment in favor of local government, what that one means is that those who are doing their registry, their marriage registry in the Ikoyi, it will not be valid. It will not be valid. So that is the reason why Supreme Court have to low down on the case. They don't want to make any judgment on the case. So as it is right now, we have some local government that operate their own marriage registry. Most of every local government, there will be marriage registry center. But there are some marriage registry, like they call it federal registry, being operated by federal government. Even people even prefer to go to the one of federal because they believe that that one of federal is even more recognized than the one of local government. When you have a Ikoyi registry there, and somebody is now saying, let's go and do our marriage in Ikorodu local government council. Which one is more popular? Is it Ikoyi or Ikorodu? Is Ikoyi now? Is Ikoyi? So even from research have shown that even the embassies too, they contribute to it. By the time you want to travel, the embassy will even prefer, even recognize the one of that Ikoyi registry than the local government, which to me is the main, is the real one. But the embassy, they recognize Ikoyi registry than any other one. Likewise, too, birth certificates. For the birth certificates too, it's local government that's supposed to issue birth certificate, not state or federal. But what we have now is that an agency of federal government is now issuing birth certificate. The agency is called National Population Commission, NPC. Most of the new children being born now, they will prefer to go and collect their certificate from NPC, National Population Commission. So that is one of the functions of local government. Another function of local government, because of time, provision of primary education center. Every primary school, public primary school in an area, It is the local government that will construct public primary school, that will maintain it. It's not the state. So by virtue of that, any public primary school you see is owned by local government, not states. Most of all the public primary school, even if the public primary school is contracted by government, it is the local government that owns it indirectly, not the states. Because provision of public primary education is one of the functions of local government. This public primary education, in some textbook, you see an adult learning center. Apart from creating primary education, local government should create a center called adult learning center, where people that are adults, but by virtue of they don't have the opportunity to go school on time, they can go there to go and learn one or two little things on how to read, how to calculate. It's called adult learning center. Another one, provision of primary health care service. Anything that has to do with primary health care service, called antenatal. When you want to give, when you somebody want to give birth, primary health care service, or a newborn baby want to be given immunization, primary health care center. It's the local government that will provide that. It's not the state. Some structures, little health care for newborn baby, for pregnancy, for pregnant woman, so that they can have adequate care. Local government that will provide that. Provision of water in the rural area is also function of local government. Now let's go to 1.4. 1.4 is talking about sources of revenue of a local government. Sources of revenue of a local government. That is 1.4. Sources of local government revenue. Sources of local government revenue. How does local government derive its revenue? The sources of local government revenue is divided into three. We have statutory sources of revenue, we have permissive sources of revenue, and we have incidental sources of revenue. The sources of revenue of the local government is divided into three. We have statutory sources of revenue, we have permissive sources of revenue, and incidental sources of revenue. What is statutory sources of revenue? What are the statutory sources of revenue? These statutory sources of revenue is the revenue created, accrued to local government as created by the Constitution, as stated in the Constitution. Number one statutory sources of revenue is statutory allocation from federation account. Statutory what? Allocation from federation account. In public sector, we have different type of accounts. We have what is called federation account. We have consolidated revenue fund account. We have contingency fund account, and we have development fund account. Federation account is an account that belongs to the three tiers of government. It's an account that belongs to the three tiers of government. Federation account is an account that belongs to who? The three tiers of government. This account belongs to the owner of this account is federal government, state government, and local government. Those three government, they are the owner of the account, of this federation account. Every month, revenue coming from this federation account is being shared among the three tiers of government. Revenue coming from this federation account is being shared among the three tiers of government. Federal government collect their own, state government collect their own, and local government collect their own. So the share of each of the share of federation account is called statutory allocation. Every month, federal government will pay state government statutory allocation. Every month, federal government will pay local government statutory allocation. It's coming from this federation account. Federation account belongs to three tiers of government. Example of revenue going to federation account is sales of crude oil. When they sell crude oil, the revenue is going to go to federation account. Company income tax, mining of national resources is going to federation account. All this is going to federation account. At every month, this federation account is shared between federal government, state government, and local government. Local government share of this federation account is 20.60%. 20.60%. Now, how does it work? We have 776 local governments in Nigeria. We have what? 776 local governments. We have them in Nigeria. So once we have them in Nigeria, 776 local governments that we have in Nigeria, every month, federal government have to pay them statutory allocation. But how it works is that federal government will not pay each of the local government. Federal government will pay joint local government of each state. Take for instance, if federal government want to pay every local government in Lagos State their statutory allocation, they will pay the 20 local government together. They will not pay it to the account of each individual local government. They will rather pay, every state have local government joint accounts. Every state have local government joint accounts. Lagos State have local government joint accounts. Ogun State have local government joint account. Where federal government pay the statutory allocation belonging to the state with. So I want to ask a question. Who is a signatory to the local government joint account? Who is a signatory to the local government joint account? Who can answer that? Who is a signatory to the local government joint account? The signatory to the local government joint account is the state governor. Is the state governor. Is the state governor that we sign. So when the money is coming from the federal government, it's coming from Abuja, it will enter into local government joint account. The only person that can sign money from that joint account is the state governor. So that is the reason why this statutory allocation, it is the state governor that spend it, not the local government. They didn't give it to local government. So that is the reason why most of the civil servants of the local government, they are agitating for what is called local government autonomy. Most of the civil servants within the local government, they are agitating for what is called what? Local government autonomy. How can local government be self-independent? When we have a local government autonomy, what that one means is that local government is independent of a state governor. Do you understand? By having local government autonomy, it means the statutory allocation belonging to each of the local government will be paid separately to the account. It will not be paid together into a joint account. So that is that. Another sources of local government revenue under statutory sources is called 10%. Okay. Somebody raise hands.
Sir.
Yeah.
My question is, that like you said the statutory allocation that will be paid from the federation account is 20.60%.
Yes.
Now, will the 20.60% be paid to the whole of the 774 local governments? Is it that
yes.
we will be paid, or is it, or it will just like a lump sum? They will not divide it by 774, or is it by?
Take for instance, let me explain.
Each local government
in the month of 20.6. Assuming in the month of December, yes. The revenue going to that federation account is 500 billion. Do you understand? It's 500 billion. Federal government collect like 50-something%, while state government collects 30. So I don't know the number, but I know. So this 20.6 means out of the total revenue going to the federation account, 20.6 of it belong to the local government. Once they collect it, they will now divide 776 local governments. It's not that 20.6 of it will be paid to each of the local government. No, they will divide it among 776 local governments. The lump sum will be divided among 776 local governments. So have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So another sources of revenue of local government under statutory sources is 10% state internally generated revenue. 10% what? State internally generated what? Revenue. What this one means is that states on their own, they also generate revenue. State on their own also generate revenue. Revenue generated by state every month. Constitution is saying that 10% of what every state generates as their own IGR should be given to local government in their states. Because the idea is that states, for generating this revenue, they are not generating the revenue from heaven. The revenue is coming from one or two local governments. The company that state collect personal income tax from their hand, they are located in one local government now within the state. The company that the house that local government collect land use tax from their hand, they are located in one local government now. So they now said, assuming in a month, Lagos State, for example, let's use Lagos State, our own state, to use it as an example. Let's say in a month, Lagos State generates 100 billion. Do you understand? The law said 10% of that 100 billion, which is 10 billion, should be given to the 20 local governments to share. Do you understand? But in practice, this 10% state internally generate, state don't give local government. State don't do what? They don't give local government. The first one, statutory allocation, they don't give them. The second one, they don't give them too. They don't give them. They would rather tell a local government, go and generate revenue on their own. Don't depend on us. So look inward within your local government, within your area, generate revenue. But this statutory allocation, this one, don't come and ask for me unless I will remove you. So no chairman can confront a governor that I said, Mr. Governor, this statutory allocation, we need it, come and pay us. No. So because local government is under what? State government. It's state government that control local government. So that is the reason why for over the year, we are agitating for what? Local government autonomy. Let local government stand on their own. Don't let local government be independent of state government. One of the means of achieving local government autonomy is by ensuring that at the time of conducting general election, local government elections should be conducted as well. Local government elections should not be conducted separately. It should be the responsibility of conducting local government elections should be conducted by INEC, not any state independent commission. But what we have is that every state, they have their own independent commission. They will be the one to conduct local government election. Assuming local government election is conducted when they are doing the general election, there will be autonomy because it's the INEC that conducts the election. Chairman of state governor cannot just remove a chairman. So that is that. Another sources of local government revenue is fees and other charges imposed by the council under its instrument of creation. What this one means is that under the creation of local government, if there's any fees and local charges, if there's any fees and other charges imposed by the council based on the creation of this local government, is one of the statutory sources. Another statutory sources of local government revenue is what? Share of value added tax. Share of value added tax. Share of what? Value added tax. This VAT value-added tax that we collected from the consumption of goods and services that is being collected by FRS. Every month they share it. Every month they do what? They share it. Federal government collect their own. State government collect their own. Local government too also do what? They collect their own. I think 15% of the total VAT collected belong to state local government. So every month, federal government will send local government share of VAT. But the problem still remains as it is for statutory allocation. If federal government want to send local government share of VAT, they will not pay it to each of the local government. They will rather pay it to local government joint account of each state. Local government joint account of what? Each state. Take for instance, we have 20 local governments in Lagos State. They will now pay it to local government joint account. That joint account now, when they pay it to it, is supposed to be shared among the 20 local governments. But the question is, who is the signatory to the local government joint account? Is the governor. So the governor will not give the local government the money. So we can say for most of us in public administration, we normally said these statutory sources of revenue of local government. Though it's a revenue to local government, but it's being collected by states. It's state that collects it, not the local government. It's state that control it, not the local government. So let's move to permissive sources of local government. Permissive sources of revenue. Permissive sources of revenue. These permissive sources is the internally generated revenue of a local government. What local government can generate on their own internally, as stated in the Constitution. What local government can generate on their own internally, as stated in what? In the Constitution. Taxes and levies. There are some taxes that local government collected. Levies, like market levies, car park levies. So, is permissive sources. Number two sources of local government revenue, radio and television license fee. Every company, household, they're supposed to be paying a fee called radio and television license fee to a local government. So most of the local government, they don't make this mandatory. They don't enforce this. They don't enforce this. When you go to some areas like Victoria Island, you will see that the local government within that area, they enforce this radio and television license on companies. They said radio and television license, company have to pay like in a year, company must pay 100,000. Why residential houses? It depends on how the residential house is. Some residential houses pay 20,000, why some pay 50,000, why some pay 5,000. Do you understand? Radio and television license is one of the permissive sources of local government. Shop and kiosk rate. Every shop within the local government, every year, local government will be giving them some rate. We call it shop and kiosk rate. Extension permit, lock-up permit, blah, blah, blah. All these, they are permissive sources of local government revenue. Another permissive sources of local government revenue that we have is tenement rates. Tenement rates. Tenement what? Rates. Tenement rate is a permissive sources of local government revenue. Tenement rate is a permissive sources of local government revenue. We also have another one called slaughter slab fee. This one is paying by those who are slaughtering meat, those butchers. So we also have on and liquid fee. We also have naming of street fee, naming of street registration fee, marriage certificate fee, right of occupancy fee, market levies, wrong park charges fee, religious place establishment permit fee, advertisement permit fee. All these are what? Permissive sources of local government revenue. So as a good student, we need to know at least 10 permissive sources of local government revenue. As a good student, we need to know at least 8 functions of local government. As a good student, we need to know at least 5 reasons for creation of local government. So I have to start with local government this diet because based on my little permutation, it is likely that a question on local government accounting will come out in this diet. It is likely that a question on local government accounting may come out in this diet. So we have to be careful of that. So that is that. So let's go to incidental sources of revenue. Incidental sources of revenue. What are the incidental sources of revenue? Revenue coming to local government by incident. They don't plan for it. It's just coming to them by incident. So that is incidental sources of revenue. So in incidental sources of revenue, the first revenue that we have under incidental sources of revenue is proceed from economic projects. Proceed from economic project undertaking, such as farming, transport business, rent of all. In some textbooks, some scholars, they call it proceed from commercial undertaking. Some scholars call it proceed from commercial undertaking. What that one means is that there's no law that said, local government should not be doing business. Local government should not go into business. They should be doing business. There's no law that says local government, you are in government, you don't do business. Local government, you can do business. Proceed from their business. In some local government, they have a farming, they have farm that they do poultries, they rear animal, they plant crops. Some local government, they have a transport, public transport that they give out to people so that they will be paying on instrumental. Some local government, when you go to their secretariat, they have a big hall that you can rent for event center. All these are what? Proceed from commercial undertakings. All these are what? Proceed from commercial undertakings. Apart from that, we have grant from federal government and states. Grant from what? Federal government and states. Grant from federal government and state. In public sector accounting, we have what is called grants and aids. We have what is called grant and aids. Aid means AIDS. Aids. Grants and aids. Who can differentiate between grant and aids? Back to the class. What is the difference between grant and aids? We know meaning of grant now. So somebody should differentiate it. What is meaning of grants? What is meaning of aids? Yeah, back.
Let me try, sir. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
To me, grant is a form of like a gift that is given to someone. Understand? Why when we say aid, when we say aid, just like to help somebody. Why grant is a form of gift that is given by maybe by another government or to it just that's how I understand it, Sha. Grant is a form of gift, why aid is just like to help someone to achieve things.
Any idea again? Let somebody else to try. I think Shidima have tried. You explain. So let's another person's too. Let's try it. Mr. Samuel. Mr. Samuel. Mr. Samuel,
Sir,
are you there?
yeah, I'm the one that talk now.
Okay, it's Mr. Samuel that talk now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let another person to try. What is different between grant and aid? What about Chidima? Chidima. Okay. The difference between grant and aid, both of them are assistance received by government. Federal government give grant, they also receive grant. Federal government give grant to states, they give grant to local government. But they also receive grant from where? From foreign what? Countries. Federal government, they receive grant from foreign countries. Grant is an assistance. They also receive grant from foreign countries, foreign financial institutions. So the difference between grant and aid is that grant is an assistance given to government entity that involve receive of cash. It's a financial assistance. You receive money. But in times of aid, they are assistance given to government in form of relief materials. In form of what? Relief material. So what that one means is that grant is a financial assistance received by government, while aid is a non-financial assistance received by government in form of material. During the COVID-19, some country, some organization, WHO, UNESCO, they donate COVID-19 vaccine to Nigeria. That vaccine is a drug. It's not a grant, it's an aid. Another example, we have some country now, they are experiencing tsunami or they are experiencing war. International organizations normally donate food to them, materials to them, drugs to them for them to live. That one is aid because those countries, they don't need funds as at that time. What they need is they need material like food, water, what they can use to sustain. Because they can't buy anything. If you give them fund, if they give them money, what can they use it for? So grant means financial assistance, while aid means non-financial assistance. So is that one clear? Is it clear like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Another sources of revenue that we have, under incidental sources of revenue is investment income, e.g., interest and dividend received. Government too, local government too can have money. They can go and put it in fixed deposit so that every month it will be doing what? Yielding interest. That interest yielding is a revenue to them. Local government too can buy shares so that every year they will be collecting what? Dividend. So investment income is very key. It's an incidental. Another one is what? Proceed of sale of seized good or budget by during the environmental. Local government will say, don't sell from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock or do environmental. Some people they now open the shop, they sell. Local government task force can come, they carry the goods. When they carry such good, that good has become seized good. The law permit them to sell it to auction it. Boarded vehicle that pass one way, that don't follow the traffic instruction. Local government actually have a right to arrest what kind of vehicle. They can sell it. It's one of the incidental sources. So another last sources of local government revenue, donations. These donations can be from companies or private individual. Company, like big company, like Dangote, like Flour Mill, you understand, like Shell, they can decide to donate money to local government. Apart from money, they can even donate items like a bus to local government for the smooth running of operation. Say, for instance, the practical example is Flour Mill in Apapa. They donate like 10 buses at a time. They donate like 10 buses to Apapa local government council. They donate it. So they want to use that as part of their CSR, corporate social responsibility. They are using that as part of their CSR, corporate what? Social responsibility. Individual, rich individual, wealthy individual can donate money to local government. Say, for instance, Dangote. Dangote will come from one state. Let's say he come from Kano State. He's not coming from Kano State. He has to say, this is the local government of my origin. So somebody like Dangote say, okay, this local government of my origin, of my village, let me donate money to them so that they can use the money to do so many things. They can use it to do road. They can use it to construct hospitals. It's part of incidental sources. It's part of incidental sources. So that is that. Now, administration of local government. Administration of local government council. Administration of local government council. Who administer the affair of local government council? Who are the people that run the operation of local government council? That is what this one is saying. Who are the people that run the operation of local government council? The local government council is being run by, number one is the local government chairman, while number two is the vice chairman, followed by the supervisor, followed by the secretary, followed by the treasurers, followed by the head of personnel. Those are these people that head each of the departments in local government. They are the ones that run. They are the management of the local government. The management. Every company has management. They will have managing director, executive director of finance, executive director of marketing, executive director. You understand? Local government to have who run their affair. Chairman of a local government, followed by the vice chairman, followed by the supervisory councillors, which is the supervisor, followed by the treasurers, followed by the secretary and head of personnel management. Now, as a public accounting student, public sector accounting student, out of all these people that run the affair of local government, which one do you think we need to know their function very well? As a public sector accounting student, out of all these people that run the affair of local government, which one do you think we need to know their function very well? Your answer now.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
We should know the function of the chairman and treasurer and the head of.
Function of the chairman and treasurer. The one that is more concerned with us is the treasurer. Treasurer is the number one because we are students of what? Accounting. Somebody that has to be a treasurer, he has to understand what? Accounting. Accounting. Treasurer is what is so important to us. So you can be asked in an exam, what are the functions of local government treasurers? Do you understand? It will be very hard for ICANN to say they want to ask function of the local government chairman or function of vice chairman, function of this. But the one that is so important to us is function of what? Local government treasurers. Because treasurers have to do with what? Finance. Finance of the organization. Finance of the local government. Treasurer has to do with finance. Finance of the organization. Finance of the local government. So that is that. So now let's go to function of the treasurer. Let's start by who is a treasurer. A local government treasurer, when you go to 1.5.3, a local government treasurer office is established by law and is empowered to control and manage what? The council finances. The function of local government treasurer, as stated by Local Government Reform Act 1988, is as follows. Rendering of financial advice to the council. Who is going to render financial advice to the council? Local government treasurer. By virtue of that, what that one means is that somebody that has to become a local government treasurer, he has to be an accountant. He has to read accounting. He has to be an accountant. It's just as if in a state, we have accountant general. Local government treasurer have to be an accountant. So, rendering of financial advice to the council. Number 2 function, serving as secretary to the budget committee. Serving as what? Secretary to the budget committee. Another function, receiving and disbursing of money to authorized person. In a local government, who is going to disburse money? Is the treasurer. Another function, keeping proper accounting record of money collected. All the money that local government collected, who is going to record it? The treasurer. Another one, ensure compliance with financial instructions for safe custody of money. So all these are the function of a treasurer. Please, let's know at least 5 functions of a treasurer. Let's know at least 5 functions of a treasurer. Another function, rendering of statutory return to the state and federal government. Rendering of statutory return to the state and federal government. Every month, there will be a financial report that each of the local government, they will need to be submitting to state government. There will also be a report that they will be submitting to federal government on how they spend their money. So all this statutory return, who is going to prepare it? He is the treasurer, because he is the person that understands accounting. He is the person that is the financial advisor. He is the chief accountant. Another function, serving as a signatory to the council bank account. If they want to withdraw money from the bank account, is one of the signatory. Him and the chairman is the signatory to the council account. Treasurer and the chairman, they will be the one that will sign check in the council for money to be dispersed. So that is that. So we also have function of head of personnel management. Head of personnel management, we have the function. One of his function of head of personnel management is all voucher and checks shall be signed by head of personnel management. The head of personnel management is also a facilitator to audit alarm committee. So let's go to 1.6. 1.6. Financial control of a local government. 1.6 is what? Financial control of a local government. Financial control of a local government. The finances of a local government, we need to control it to guide against mismanagement of the finances, investment of the fund. Financial control of the local government means all the measures that need to put in place to ensure that local government revenue is collected and is properly accounted for. All the measures that also need to put in place to ensure that there is no mismanagement of local government fund or bribery or investment of the fund. So financial control of a local government, we divide it into two. We have internal control and we have external control. This area too is very key for ICAN. It's very key. Internal control. What are the internal control measures put in place by local government? What internal control measures put in place by local government? Number one, issuance of financial authority. Number one is issuance of financial authority. Issuance of financial authority. What this one means is that it is the local government before a fund can be spent in local government, they have to be authority to spend it. Somebody have to authorize. Somebody have to do what? Authorize. Issuance of financial authority. Somebody have to authorize. Say, before a money can be spent, issuance of financial authority. Somebody have to authorize. e.g., warrant. In public sector accounting, there is something called warrant, financial warrant. In public sector accounting, there is something called financial warrant. We have financial warrant. Warrant is just an instruction given to the Accountant General by the Minister of Finance to disburse money from the Consolidated Revenue Fund. Warrant is an instruction given to Accountant General by the Minister of Finance or the President for the Accountant General to disburse money from Consolidated Revenue Fund. So, number one internal control measures put in place by local government is issuance of financial authority, e.g., warrants. Another internal control, appointment of committee for different service. Local government will have head committee, they will have transport committee, they will have finance committee, they will have work committee. So that we divide all the work within the local government so that it's not every one person that will be doing everything. All this is to ensure that there is control, is to ensure that control is put in place. Another one, centralization of all payment. Centralization of all payment. What this one means is that all the payment that they want to make in the local government have to be central. There's one office have to be responsible for all payment. Each of the department will not have a payment center. There should be an office. If anybody wants to buy something, they will go to that office. Payment office. All this is to ensure that there is guide against mismanagement of government fund, local government fund. Another one, establishment and maintenance of internal audit. Establishment and maintenance of internal audit department. What this one is saying that local government should have their own internal audit department. They should have their own audit department so that there can be verification and vouching of transaction that is going on in the local government. We can verify and vouch local government transaction. If local government will have a finance department headed by the treasurer. If they spend any money, there should be an audit department that will audit them, that will verify whether this money is actually spent. How does it exist? Another one, budgetary control system and feedback. Budgetary control system and feedback. Local government too should prepare their own budget. They should do what? They should prepare their own budget. They should have their own budget. Budgetary control and feedback. Local government too should have their own budget. They should prepare it. So their spending, local government spending, have to be in line with their budget. They should not spend any money without approval from the budget. They should not spend any money without what? Approval from the budget. So budgetary control and feedback is really also key as part of internal control system. External control put in place by local government. What are the external control put in place by the local government to guide their fund? Legislative control. Legislator, National Assembly, State of Assembly, they need to control local government. They need to ask local government, how do you spend your money? If any local government chairman misbehave, the State of House of Assembly can suspend him. It's the state officers assembly that have the power to suspend the local government chairman. Secondly, executive control. The governor, president, need to them too, they need to control the local government by supervising the various projects that the local government are doing, and they ensure that the project that they're supposed to do, they are doing it. The money that is being given to them, they spend it based on what they are asking them to spend. External auditor control. External auditor control. Auditor General for local government, every month, he will be going to local government to audit all the local government within the state. Auditor General for the state, every year, he will be collecting report on financial report of a local government. Auditor General for the federation, every year, he will be asking local government submit report on how you spend your statutory allocation and share of VAT. Let me explain more on this. Auditor General for the federation is the one appointed by the president. That one is to audit the account of federal government ministries. Auditor General for the state is appointed by the governor, is to audit the account of the state ministries. State ministries. All the state ministry. Auditor General for the state is the one that will audit the accounts. Why Auditor General for the local government is appointed by the state governor, but their own function is to audit the account of the local government every month. So what this all means is that federal government will have one Auditor General, which is called Auditor General for the federation. But states, they have two Auditor General. One is called Auditor General for states, while the other one is called Auditor General for local government. So Auditor General for local government is also appointed by the governor, but his own is to go around all the local government within the state and go and audit the account. To and audit the account and prepare financial statement for the local government. Do you understand? Audit the financial statement of the local government. So all these people, they control local government fund by ensuring that they audit the account as at when due to ensure that the expenditures spent by the local government are used for the purpose in which was set out in the budget. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So my colleague is working in Federal Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Agriculture in Lagos State. He's one of the, I think he's assistant director now, Mr. Wasil. So he will talk more on function of Auditor General, because in our course outline, we need to know the function of who? Auditor General. What does Auditor General do? When he's talking about finance officer, statutory officer, we talk about function. So those are we can see that we have mentioned internal control and external control. A question can be asked that explain or list 5 control measures put in place in local government. The question is going direct. It's saying explain or outline 5 control measures put in place in local government, or 10 control measures put in place in local government. The question is not asking for internal control, rather it's not asking for external control. It's asking general. So you have a right to take from both internal and external. You have a right to take from both internal what and what? External. But a question can ask, what are the internal control measures put in place by the local government? It means you need to mention the internal straight. Or external control, you need to mention. But if the question says, what are the financial control put in place by the local government? You have a right to mention both external and internal. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that is that. Now let's go to 1.7. 1.7 is talking about problems or challenges of a local government. Limitation, problem, challenges of a local government. What are the challenges faced by local government, especially in Nigeria? Let's try to domesticate it to Nigeria environment because we are in Nigeria. We are not that far. So we are looking at how Nigeria, how can we ensure finances of number one problems or challenges of local government. Local government council are not allowed to raise tax or introduce new form of taxes without getting permission from states. When you are asked problems or challenges of local government, primary problems or challenges of local government that we need to mention that is not in this my pack is lack of local government what? Who can complete it? Lack of local government what? Let's complete that. Lack of local government autonomy. Lack of local government what? Autonomy. Local government don't have power. They are controlled by who? By the states. So this my number one problem. We said local government are not allowed to raise tax or introduce any new form of tax without getting permission from who? State. This one is also still referring to lack of local government autonomy. So local government don't stand on their own. Autonomy is very key. Lack of local government autonomy. So anytime we are asked what are the problems of local government or challenges of local government, number one problem or challenges of local government is lack of local government autonomy. They don't have autonomy. They are being controlled by the states. Number two, local government find it difficult to execute capital projects because of limited fund. I can reframe this one. Inadequate fund to finance projects or lack of adequate fund to finance projects. Local government don't have adequate fund to do projects, to finance projects, because most of their revenue that's supposed to be given to them is being controlled by who? By the state. It's being collected by the state. So, lack of inadequate local government council find it difficult to execute capital projects, capital development project because of limited fund. You can reframe this to just move out the clear bullet point. Inadequate fund to finance projects. It's one of the challenges. Inadequate what? Fund to finance projects is one of the challenges. Another challenge is delay from the federal government and state government in releasing statutory allocation. This one is affecting, is addressed to the federal government. Statutory allocation for December. Sometimes federal government may release it in March. They will say because of the sharing formula and delaying this, delaying. But even despite that, if they release that allocation, in practical, does the local government collect it? No, it's the state government that collects it. Another problems and challenges of a local government is poor, inadequate, qualified staff. Most of the staff that are working in the local government, they don't have qualified staff. They are not educated enough. Do you understand? I can say like 90% of local government staff or 80% of their staff are semi-illiterate. School, secondary school certificates. You understand? They don't have qualified staff that graduated from they don't have much qualified staff that have a BSc, that have MSc, that do this. They don't have that in local government. So that is the reason why most of the decisions being made within the local government, you will see that they are not in the interest of the people. Because people that understand how the local government is supposed to work, they are not being given the opportunity. Even the chairman of the local government, the constitution said for you to contest for chairman of a local government, what is the qualification for contesting for chairman of a local government? Who can tell me? What is the qualification if you want to contest for chairman of a local government? The qualification is primary school certificates, first school level certificates. I can tell you categorically, based on my experience during the course of my audit, I've audited so many local governments. During value for money audit. Most of the chairman of the local government that we have in most of the states, most of them, they didn't finish, they did not go to university or polytechnics. They just have primary school or secondary school. So it's really affecting local government on how to implement policy, how to carry out policy. So lack of adequate, qualified, and experienced personnel is also problems and challenges of a local government. Another problems and challenges of local government is corruption and mismanagement of funds. In my write-up, I said ineffective and inefficient management of local government funds. Corruption and mismanagement of funds. Nigeria problem generally in public sector. Nigeria government, both federal government, both state government, both local government, if you are working as a civil servant, one of the main challenges, one of the main threats is corruption and mismanagement of government funds. Everybody working as a civil servant, they want to become a rich person within short period of time. So they believe that this is my time. This government is there now. Let me take the opportunity. Let me have the opportunity. So they mismanage, especially within the local government. Most of the revenue collected by the local government is not properly accounted for. It's not what? Properly accounted for. Most of the staff of the local government, they collect the revenue by cash. They will not account for it. When you commit an offense within the local government law, instead of them to give you a fine, you will bribe them. So corruptions, the local government officials too, the management, the chairman, they also mismanage the little revenue that they are generating on their own. Mismanagement of local government fund. I've seen a local government chairman that within 2 years, he become a local government chairman. He has 4 different big hotels. I know within 2 years after he become a local government chairman, he has 4 different big hotels. Can you imagine if that chairman now spent 8 years? Can you imagine the number of words he will have amazed with himself? How is it possible? I know the salary of a local government chairman. The salary of a local government chairman in a month is like 950,000 naira. So 950,000 naira times 12, 9.5 million naira. Does 9.5 million naira build a good a 3-story hotel or big story a 2-story hotel in Nigeria? Talk less of 4 different hotels. So corruptions and mismanagement of fund is also one of the key challenges affecting local government. Another challenge is affecting local government. Poor revenue collection in the local government council. Most of the revenue that local government is supposed to collect, they have slipped. They don't collect it at the time, at the right time. They don't collect it. Like radio and television license. How many of us are paying radio and television license? Religious permit fee. Before you can establish a religious center, before you can establish a church, before you can establish a mosque, the constitution said you need to collect a permission from the local government. So how local government is enforcing that? How local government is enforcing that? A lot of revenue that open within the local government, but they don't take advantage of it. That is the reason why, like tenement rates, every house, every landlord, they need to be paying what is called tenement rate. Like Lagos, I could remember 6 years ago or 10 years ago in Lagos State. Lagos have to create a law that they said, local government, you are very poor in revenue collection. This tournament rate that you need to be collecting, you are not collecting it at the time. They now want, because I'll now reframe tournament rate. They now say, the state government will be the one to be collecting it. But instead of calling it tournament rate, we will call it what is called what? Land use charge. Land use charge is not in the constitution. What is in the constitution to be paying by landlord is what is called tenement rate. Because in Lagos State, because most of the local government, they didn't collect it because of familiarity. That is the reason why Lagos State have to collect the responsibility for their hand. Now call it land use charge. So those are the problems or challenges of local government. Like I said, let's know at least 7 problems or challenges of local government. Please, let's know that. So the last for today will be concept of financial memorandum of a local government. Financial memorandum of a local government. Concept of financial memorandum of a local government. What is financial memorandum of a local? In a private company, we have accounting manual, or yes, accounting manual or account chart, or how we post our expenses, accounting manual. Local government too, they have financial memorandum. This financial memorandum is talking about how local government create their finance departments. What are the accounts? What are the financial statements local government need to be preparing? How does local government need to be in their records? Is what is called financial memoranda. In last 2 diets, which is May 2023, a question on financial memoranda was asked. May 2023, a question on financial memoranda was asked. So, objective of financial memoranda. What are the objectives of financial memoranda. Objective of financial memoranda. Number one objective of financial memoranda: to express, highlight the implication of the implication of disbursement of government funds, to ensure, to express, highlight, to expressly highlight the implications of disbursement of government funds. Another function, another objective of financial memorandum: to serve as an administrative guideline on which facilitate day-to-day running of local government. It serves as an administrative government on how local government will be run day-to-day. How we keep finance department of local government. What are the books that they need to open day-to-day? What are the functions of each of the officers? To facilitate recording of local government financial transaction. Objective is to ensure that how do we record local government financial transaction is also one of the objectives of financial memoranda. While another one is to serve as a learning tool for officer on first appointment. You are just appointed as content of financial memoranda. The format of the budget. One of the content of financial memoranda is the format of the budget and budgetary control. It will show how you prepare budget in the local government. How do you do your budget? The format. It will show the responsibility of the chairman and other accounting officers. It shows that chairman, you are responsible for this. You are responsible for this. The responsibility of local government treasurer, secretary, and head of department. The power and function of Auditor General for local government. Financial memorandum also stated clearly that every month, Auditor General for local government will be coming to come and audit. If you come, these are the documents that we need to give him. These are the requirements. It shows that why does Auditor General need to be auditing? What does Auditor General looking for? Everything is being stated in financial memoranda. The various financial offenses and their respective sanctions. The various financial offenses and what their respective sanctions. Financial memorandum. The means of revenue collection and control is also stated in the financial memorandum. So now, fees charging policy in local government. How does local governments charge their fee? What are the factors that they need to consider before charging fee? If they want to charge a radio and television fee, how does they charge it? If they want to charge tournament trade fee, how if they want to charge extension fee? If they want to charge a kiosk and shop rate fee, if they want to charge marriage certificate fee, how? What are the factors to consider before charging fee? Number one factor to consider before charging fee is level of development in the area. You need to before you can say we need to be collecting for car park. Anybody that park here, we need to be collecting 1,000 every day. How developed is the area is? Is it like Lagos Island or Ikorodu? The car park fee that local government collect in Ikorodu cannot be the same with Lagos Island, because the level of development in Lagos Island is more than Ikorodu. Do we understand? Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. the status of the people in the community, the status of the people in the community, the nature of service to be rendered, what kind of service do we render before we charge fee, the skill and technical competence of those required to perform the service. If a local government want to render service, who are the people that want to render the service? Who are the skills? It will be considered before we said we want to be charging fee. So that is a factor to be considered before charging fee. 1.10. 1.10 is talking about budget and budgetary control system of a local government. Budget and budgetary control system of a local government. The executive arms of government prepare the budget for approval of the legislative, which are sent by the council chairman. The following are the budget control procedure. How do we prepare budget in the local government? Procedure for preparing budget in the local government. Number one, approval. Payment must be approved before spending. What this one means is that before we spend money, it must be approved in the budget. It must be what? Approved in the budget. Before we spend money, it must be approved in the budget. Another one, monthly reports. These are prepared to compare actual figure with budgets and the extract variation. How much do we budget? How much do we actually spend? Assuming we budget revenue expenditure of 100 million. We now, in that year, the revenue expenditure we now spend is 90 million. We need to compare. Actual action to be taken to correct error. If there is difference between the amount we actually spend and the amount stated in the budget, what are the actions that we need to take place, we need to put in place to ensure that such kind of differences will not occur again? What are the actions? We need to do that. Another one, internal audit. Internal audit department, they need to be auditing the accounts of the local government day by day on how the local government spend money. External audit. The external auditor of a local government is the auditor general for the local government. You need to be coming to verify the record of the local government. After external audit, limit of expenditures. Local government need to limit their expenditures. They don't need to spend anyhow. There have to be authority limit. A chairman, there is an authority limit of money he can approve from the local government account. If the money is more than 20 million, it's the state government that will approve it. Vice chairman, there is an authority limit. Local government treasurer, there is an authority limit. Everybody have authority limit, and there is a limit of expenditure that a local government can spend. And at every time, local government must not go beyond that limit of expenditure. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what is all entailed in local government. So if you have one or two questions, this question we have here, we cannot solve it now because we have 30 minutes less. We have less than 30 minutes, and most of us, we are already tired. For us to understand, we need to solve this question by next week. I will not solve the question now. This question one, I want to solve. I deliberately put it. It's an examinable question. ICANN can test this question at any time. ICANN can test this question at any time. It's a calculation. ICANN can test it at any time. But I cannot solve it now. Because if I solve it now, you may not understand very well. So it is better we solve it by next week. So if you have any questions, any observations, any review, you can you can raise your hand and let us know. So do we have any questions? Any remark? Do we have any questions? Are we all there?
Yes, sir, we are with you.
Yes,
Okay.
we are here.
So, okay. Do you have any questions to ask? So in the absence of no questions, so because of this question, we may continue by next week. So I would like you to read this question before next week. Read it. By next week, we'll now read it and we solve it. Do we understand? So because of time and we cannot solve this question now for us to understand. It will take more than the time remaining. So please read the question down. And if you have one or two questions, you can send WhatsApp message to me. If you have one or two questions, you can send WhatsApp to me. My phone number is 080. My phone number is 080 7622 6967. Let me call it again. 080 7622 6967. That is my phone number. So in the absence of no question, I think we have tried enough. We can end the class. We can call it a day. So thank you very much. Thank you for having me. So I wish you the best of the luck.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.